of the People's Party of Nigeria (PPN), who are seeking to unseat the ruling PDP in Ogun State. How they intend to do that, Nkoli and her guests will tell us. Over to you, Nkoli.
So much, Osama, and thank you out there for being with us once again on Kaakaki, the African Voice, because without you, we wouldn't have any business being here. Now, like you heard from Osama in Abuja there, we shall be taking a look at one party that has just emerged in Ogun State and is seeking to unseat the People's Democratic Party. Not really to unseat the People's Democratic Party, because they actually, the party in question actually has something in common with the PDP, and we'll be finding out that very shortly. Now, almost every day in Nigeria, or everybody in Nigeria as it is today, knows about the politics in Ogun State, what is going on, including even children. Now, on Kaakaki, the African Voice, will have the honor of bringing you one of the dramatic personnel in the politics of Ogun State, in the person of Gboyega Isiaka. Of course, he's an excellency in waiting. Now, let me tell you a little more about Gboyega Isiaka. He is the gubernatorial candidate of the People's Party of Nigeria (PPN) in Ogun State. But before now, he was the gubernatorial candidate of Gubernatorial faction of the People's Democratic Party in that state, so-called because there were two factions in that state. Now, his defection to PPN recently was as a result of the court's judgment which favored Olatunji Olori as the PDP flag bearer for the Okemoso house. Now, on Kaakaki this beautiful Thursday, we shall be engaging Gboyega Isiaka on his current relationship with Governor Gubernatorial, his defection to the PPN, as well as his ambition to become the #1 citizen of the Gateway State come May 2011. We're glad to have you, sir. His Excellency in the making. We wish you good luck.
Thank you.
Now let me put yes, you've been in the PDP for so long. How many years have you been in the PDP as a member?
I joined in 2004.
Okay, that's about
7 years.
7 years. Now within that period, you were seen almost at every aspect of the PDP, from the ward level to the state level. You've been very prominent, playing active role, and until you emerged the candidate for that party before everything that happened. Now, why did you decide to go to the PPN?
Well, thank you very much again. Good morning, viewers. It is just to fight for justice. We just felt that in the 21st century Nigeria, might should not, will not be allowed to reign over right, and we must be able to fight for justice for the sake of our generation that is coming behind, and for the sake of children, even yet to be born. It is also a fight of principle versus ego. For us, what happened was a clear case of a stolen mandate. Primaries were held, validly held by the party national office, supervised by INEC, supervised by all security agencies in this country. And as far as I'm concerned, I just correct something there. I was not the gubernatorial candidate of Gubernatorial faction. I was gubernatorial candidate of the party, because so the name that was submitted to INEC by the national office, because they conducted the primaries. When they finished conducting the primaries, they sent the names to INEC, and the name that was sent to INEC was my name in PDP. But of course, like we said, we now have the other group of people who actually what they are holding is a court mandate, and a court mandate cannot supersede over the people's mandate. But since the court has spoken, yet this is being challenged. Some kind of very funny order, an interim order that has injunction really, that came more in the form of another. I'm not a lawyer, but what the lawyers have told me is that order and the judgment that followed will go down in the Guinness Book of Record as the funniest and the most curious kind of injunction and order that whoever had. But that, the important thing is that as a result of that order, we just look at it that look, we should not allow this to happen in the 21st century, like I said, and we must be able to put something on record that this is not right. And so what we are just fighting for is justice. And like I said, we want to test that, look, our rights is more important than the might of the few people that have come together to do this. And then we're also fighting the fight of principle. Because the principle here is that if we are going to have credible election in Nigeria, like we are asking for, both now and in the future, we must start by having credible primaries. So we have a credible primaries that is validly done, and then name submitted to INEC, and some people can just go behind to go and steal a mandate really by getting some kind of injunctions and some kind of ruling, and they now want to take that now to impose that on the people. We will not allow that to happen. And that was why we now say, okay, let's go and look for another platform where we now go to the field. We now go back to the people and go and test our popularity. I know who is more popular out of the two of us. Yeah,
now you've been doing that testing for some weeks now. How would you say that the party is being accepted in Ogun State?
We had the first rally on Monday, and with the kind of crowd that came out, and the enthusiasm in the crowd. It's even not much about the crowd, but it's enthusiasm, because people are happy, pleased that finally we're able to get out of these clutches. And that is why the byline of PPN is liberation, because finally we are liberated from the people that are putting hold on us, from the people that feel that their might is more important than the right of the ordinary people on the field. And we are saying that there must be an end to this military mentality that our people have, that even one or two people can take decisions that will override the decision of the entire people. But must be an end to that military mentality. And like I said, that is what we are testing, and we are ready for that. We are very certain that with what we have done, where we are, how the field is, and the kind of followership that we have, we are going to win these elections. And that is the point that I want to prove. So it's not really so it's really more about the principle behind this. It's not about the person. It's not me that has moved. It's the entire structure that has moved. That what exactly are you people talking about here? We all did this thing. The principle of how it was done, we all know it. We had the primary, and I like to correct the fact that there were no two primaries in Ogun State. There was one primary, because the principle, the rule for conducting the primary was stated by the national office, and they came to conduct primary in one location. How they came about the other names, how they get people about putting names together, who are the people behind it, how they come about it, is just the imagination of one or two people. And that is the what we want to test. And we are saying there must be an end to those kind of acts in the 21st century Nigeria. That is all about it.
Now, I don't know, people, even though you said the mandate has been stolen, by the court judgment and all of that. Now, to many people, you still remain a factional Guba candidate for the PDP at that time before you defected to
like I said,
that's what people generally believed. And I'm just wondering, if you are the OGD Guba candidate, if you emerged on that platform, has that had any strain in your relationship with OGD as it is now? Because I understand OGD is still a member of the PDP.
No strain at all. OGD is my political mentor. I was working in a bank. I trained as an accountant, graduated from IFE, in 1986, by the grace of God, with a first class honors degree, trained as an accountant. I was working in investment banking on my own before I was called to come and run an investment company where I've done what I've been able to do, trying to put the investment together, trying to turn around some of the ailing companies that we have, bring in a lot of investment in different facets of Ogun State, seaport, airport, industrial park, free trade zone, and all that. Then create a lot of empowerment for a lot of people. So I've been able to do that because of the opportunity given to on that platform. And I'm not the only one that has moved into PPN. It's the entire structure of Daniel that has moved. And like I said, all we just want to let people is just put the principle and let people know that who exactly is in control of this. And don't forget that between us now, yes, Daniel remain in the PDP, at least for now. But there's something else that that brings us together. That is the election of Goodluck Jonathan, because PPN as a party too has adopted Goodluck Jonathan as its presidential candidate, and we still work together. We still do a lot of things together. And again, because we've been we've been with him, we've been working with him, we're part of his structure. All of us are people that have, come out of his, political school of thought. Of course, it's not going to see us fail. And then we're still getting a lot of support and assistance from him.
Meaning that the support you're getting from him, you think that will push you ahead in this forthcoming election?
Yes, and then from a lot of other good people of Ogun State, we are very certain that we are going to win this election.
Now, at the grassroots, you've been going on with your campaign now. Now, apart from the rally, I'm sure you've been going to the remote parts of Ogun State to tell them what you have in stock for them. Now, how do you see the acceptance of this new party in these areas?
The acceptance is great. Let me just give you a picture here. We have two groups of people. There's a group of people that are on the ground. They have been going around in the last 3 or 4 or 5 years, campaigning to people, trying to win, that they want to win, to win a primary election. That is us and my people. We have another group of people that have really not done anything. General Tunji Olurin has not campaigned anywhere up until about a week ago. He has not campaigned anywhere. I'm from local government. He has never been to my local government. Even in Wasa local government where General Tunji Olurin came from, he has never campaigned there up until just a week or so ago. So the issue is that how can somebody like that now come out and say he's the Gubernatorial candidate of a party? That is the issue. So what you are saying, and you can see that in what has been happening. The only thing that this group of people are pursuing now is how Gboyega Isiaka will not run for an election. They started by saying that by going to the court, getting us out. But because we're a bit smarter than them, we saw the way the court process was going. We move on to another party. Now they are curious. How did you get into that? And now they are burdening themselves. I even learned that they said they want to probe how we got into party. What is their own business on how we got? If they have the people's mandate, if they are popular as they are proposing, why can't they just go and campaign and win the election? Now they have the mandate. Go and campaign and win the election. Why are you now bothering as to how the Gboyega Isiaka get registered? What is their business with that? I learned they are even going to the court. And all I'm telling you that all these people are bothering their head about is how Gboyega Isiaka will not run for election, because they know that they are on the field. They can't even come second. They will come distant third. And go and write that down. And that is why all they are bothering them head about. Now, I was watching the TV yesterday, and I saw one of them talking about now they want to probe, now they want to find out how did you get registered. The issue is that if you are popular, as you are saying you are popular, you are saying that you are supposed to be the candidate. Okay, now we now left the party. Okay, no problem. Yes, we know that we can go to appeal, but we don't even want to bother your head. The appeal can go on. But even take the mandate and then go. Let's go back to the field. Now you are not bothering yourself. Instead of you to concentrate on campaign, you are not bothering yourself on how INEC registered another person. To me, it just shows that these people are just out there not to win an election fair and square. They have other means of going to win an election, and that we are not going to allow. This generation will not allow. If these people in their own time have done what they needed to do, we are saying that this generation will not allow for these people to come and cause another havoc for us. We are not going to allow this military mentality again in this environment, and that's what we stand for. And that's what we're going to protect.
Now, do you think there's any particular reason why people will be struggling, to see how Gboyega Isiaka will not run for an election?
Well, because they know they cannot win. With us, with me out there, with us out there, they know they cannot win. They can't win. And they will not win. Of course. They can't. That is the thing. That is because the scenario I've painted is simple enough. We won the primaries. The way the primaries was conducted in Ogun State is the way it was conducted all over the country. Names of people that conducted the election listed out by the National Secretariat. They came out, did the primaries at MK Abelas in the stadium, at least for the governorship. INEC was there, FSS was there, all security agencies were there. The thing conducted, report written. The chairman of our own panel was Colonel Abdul Mumin Aminu, retired. They wrote a report, took the report to the National Office of PDP. PDP forwarded our names. I have a copy of it. Forwarded our names to INEC. As these are the candidates of the party. The same thing they did for everybody. Following up on that, they now went from behind to go and get some kind of funny, curious, shameless, in